All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking exactly how a heavily favored Brazil was held to a stunning 1-1 draw by Morocco in their 2026 World Cup Group C opener. You know, when the five-time world champions step onto the pitch, we all expect a certain rhythm, a familiar, overwhelming dominance. But what we actually witnessed? Well, it was a literal tactical masterclass that flipped the script completely. I mean, just listen to this quote from the Arabic sports commentary during the game. Morocco no longer fears football giants. We are in the World Cup not to create a surprise, but to win the title. That right there, that perfectly captures the defiant tone of the entire match. It completely shattered the whole David versus Goliath illusion right from the opening whistle. The Atlas Lions didn't just show up for a participation trophy. Their mentality has fundamentally shifted. They truly believe they belong at the absolute summit of global football. Here is a quick look at our agenda for today. We're going to cover 1. A historic World Cup clash. 2. Tactical formations and lineups. 3. A tale of two goals. 4. Match stats by the numbers. 5. Second half and game momentum. And finally, 6. Group C standings and outlook. Let's get right to it. Section 1. A historic World Cup clash. Okay, let's set the stage because the context here is absolutely crucial. We have the number 6 and number 7 ranked teams in the world facing off in the very first round. Picture this. You've got 80,000 screaming fans packed into MetLife Stadium, creating an absolute sea of yellow. It's a sweltering 88 degrees Fahrenheit in New Jersey, and amidst all this intense heat, Carlo Ancelotti, making history as Brazil's first ever foreign World Cup coach, is literally standing on the touchline in a full three-piece suit. He was leading a Brazilian squad carrying immense historical weight, desperate to protect a massive 21-game unbeaten streak in World Cup openers, a record that actually dates all the way back to 1934. Moving on to Section 2, Tactical Formations and Lineups. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. This match was a true tactical chess game. Both Ancelotti and Moroccan manager Mohamed Awabi deployed mirroring 4-2-3-1 setups. What that did was force intense, exhausting man-to-man battles across literally every single inch of the pitch. But here's the kicker. Instead of Brazil's legendary free-flowing flair taking over, Morocco's incredible tactical discipline completely stole the show. Using quick, short passes and incredibly high pressing, they totally neutralized Brazil's midfield. Morocco wasn't just sitting back and defending. No, they were actively dictating the rhythm of the game. Section 3. A tale of two goals. So let's look at the rapid-fire action of that first half, because it completely defied all pre-tournament expectations. Morocco actually struck first. In the 21st minute, Brahim Diaz threaded this absolutely sublime pass right between Brazilian center backs Marquinhos and Gabriel. It finds Ismail Saibari, who brilliantly lobs the ball right over Alisson. Just a flawless counterattack. But exactly 11 minutes later, completely against the run of play, Vinicius Jr. answers back. On his 50th cap, he rifles home a devilish right-footed equalizer after a quick exchange with Bruno Guimaraes. Now, despite leveling the score, Brazil was visibly rattled by Morocco's intensity, and that frustration boiled over, leading the Seleção to pick up 2 late halftime yellow cards for Casemiro and Roger Ibanez. All right, Section 4, Match Stats by the Numbers. Now, you might be thinking Morocco's early dominance was just an optical illusion, or maybe Brazil just having a famously slow start. Well, the data tells a completely different story. Look at this massive number right here. Morocco generated 1.52 expected goals compared to Brazil's 1.23. That objectively proves the African champions were the more dangerous attacking threat. Think about that for a second. For a team facing the 5-time world champions, generating a higher expected goals tally isn't just a fluke, it's a monumental achievement. And the match's shot map perfectly illustrates why. Notice how Morocco was able to consistently penetrate the Brazilian penalty box. I mean, they racked up a staggering 12 shots in just the first 30 minutes. To put that into perspective for you, that is more shots than Brazil had conceded in any of their previous 6 full World Cup matches combined. Let that sink in. Morocco was slicing through the Brazilian defense almost at will. Section 5, Second Half and Game Momentum. As the game dragged into the second half, that sweltering New Jersey heat really began to drain the early intensity from both sides. Looking at the momentum of the game, the second half stalemate becomes super clear. Brazil essentially held what we call empty possession, controlling the ball but completely failing to create any high-value chances with it. Meanwhile, the Moroccan defense just held firm. Their keeper, Yassine Bounou, stepped up and made some absolutely crucial late saves to secure the draw. And let me tell you, that defensive solidity was no accident. It allowed Morocco to extend a frankly unbelievable unbeaten streak to 38 consecutive games. Finally, Section 6, Group C standings and outlook. So, what does this all mean for the rest of the tournament? Well, the fallout from this draw has entirely reshaped the Group C landscape. Because Scotland capitalized on a tight 1-0 win against Haiti in their opening match, they actually currently sit atop Group C with 3 points. That leaves our pre-tournament favorites, Brazil, tied for second place with Morocco at 1 point apiece. Suddenly, the pressure is cranked all the way up. Every single remaining match in this group is basically a high-stakes final. With Morocco proving they can go toe-to-toe with and honestly even outplay football's greatest historical giant, the entire dynamic of this tournament has shifted. Brazil's legendary aura of invincibility has been totally pierced, and Morocco is clearly eyeing the crown. So the ultimate question we have to ask is, as the pressure mounts and the heat beats down, who is going to adapt to survive Group C and claim that coveted top spot? Keep a very close eye on this group, folks, because right now it is completely wide open.